All right, we are recording, and who am I talking with today?
Hello, I'm Paw Pupper or Pup. That works as well.
Literally just
Hello.
had, literally just had that question. What do I
Literally just
call
had that
you?
conversation. Yeah, Paw Pupper. Paw Pupper spelt weird on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, but I am Pup. Hello.
Now, you did the three and the
The four.
four? That was let's go over the conversation there because that's like a
Yeah.
very 2005 wild style. Like, yeah, word up, cool.
Yeah, it is. I wanted to make a username. I thought everything like I couldn't come up with anything, and so there's username generators on the internet, and I was like, just include something with like pup or like dog or anything dog related, and it came back as like Paw Pupper but spelt normally, and I was like it kind of looks weird, like I don't know, it kind of looks bland and boring, and so I did the Y2K like MySpace. I was like, let me just put some numbers in there, and that's how it came about.
I've heard of people using the World of Warcraft name generator with some of their
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
wilder like Dungeon and Dragonsy names, but I've never heard of that before. That's an
Yeah.
interesting, huh? All right, and how long have you been Paw Pupper?
I've been Paw Pupper for maybe a year, maybe a little bit over a year, not very long at all.
And how long have you been doing magic stuff? Is this like was this your magic handle? Like is this
Yeah, so I've been playing Magic for also maybe a little over a year, I want to
really
say.
okay?
Yes, I'm really relatively new. But yeah, any like hobby that I like, I kind of just want to share it everywhere. That's kind of just how I am. I'm like, let me just put full force, like let me show everything that I like to do on my free time. And so this account used to be a kendama account, used to be a fingerboarding account, and now it is my Magic account. So it's been through a couple cycles.
You're gonna have to translate those words. They didn't sound like
Yeah.
kodama and fingerboarding.
Yeah, kendama is a Japanese like wooden skill toy. So there's like a ball and then like a spike and then two little cups, and so you can do tricks on them.
Huh?
So yeah, originally it was that, and then like the little tech decks, like the really small
Finger
fingerboards.
oh fingerboard.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought it was some sort of weird meditation. Like yes, I'm fingerboard. Like no. I mean doing
yes.
sick tricks on my
Yeah, I was
desk. It's
doing
like
kick flips and ollies. But yeah, so it used to be those accounts, and now it's my Magic account, and it
that's a.
probably will never be anything else.
I was gonna say I'm like, and then what's next for you? Like a
Yeah, no.
unicycle riding, I guess, or something. Just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what?
Unicycle while juggling, and the balls are on fire.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
gonna be the next one.
that's a hard pivot. What got you in? What was the? Ooh, this cardboard stuff's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my best friend Spangle, who also makes Magic content, so shout out her. She
Spangle.
came up to me one day and she was like, "Let's learn how to play Magic and enter a tournament at the end of summer." And I was like, "No." I was like, "I'm busy. I don't want to." And she's like, "Well, that kind of sucks because we're gonna do it." And I was like, "For sure." So we learned a little bit. We went to a dive bar that we frequent in Arizona, and the bartender was like, "Oh, do you have questions? Like, I've been playing Magic for like 10 years." And we were like, "What?" So now he's a part of our pod. We're like best friends with him. He taught us everything we knew, and I think it was like the second time that we really sat down to learn. We were like, "Oh, that tournament is not happening at the end of summer. Like, no way." So really, it was all because of her and our friend Steph that got me into Magic.
And which who's Steph?
Steph is the bartender at the dive
Oh,
bar.
okay, got it. I was gonna say. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's boy. I'll tell you what. Ever since I also am a new convert, like
Mm-hmm.
back almost a year ago now, and
Okay.
the number of people who have come out of the woodwork that
Mm-hmm.
like took off their secret, like had a secret identity of magic. Oh, I love playing magic. I've been playing for 15
Yeah.
years. I was a professional magic player. It's like what?
Yeah, yeah.
You?
Something you've never known.
No, absolutely. Like we never talk about it, but then once you open that door,
Mm-hmm.
then it's like oh, let's talk magic. It's like oh, I got a new friend from my old friend that I didn't know that I had. It was the craziest
Yeah,
thing.
that's so
So
cool.
all right, so you found your Mr. Miyagi with this bartender, which is
Yeah.
crazy. There's like, uh, now you didn't do the tournament, or you did do the tournament, or was it
Did
like
not do the
I thought you were
tournament.
just gonna
That was
walk
my
in and be like,
bad.
ah, we're gonna get our asses kicked, but who cares?
It would have probably played out like that. My ego, I don't think it could have took that. I'd be like,
Really?
I'm never playing Magic again.
Oh, are
No,
you one of those?
I am. I have to. Growing up as a child, I was very into sports, and so I was so much into that one sport that I never tried anything else. So if I feel like I'm not good at something when I first try it, I'm like, oh, I can't do it. So surprisingly, I stuck with Magic
I was
because
gonna
I
say, I'm
lose
like
all of the
that.
time.
Well, that was my follow up question because we'll do commanders and lose all the time. I'll go,
Yeah,
0-2-0-3 on a night, and I'll come away with just whistling and like that was great. I had a good time, everybody.
yeah.
I haven't run
Yes.
into too many people that are like, fuck, and flip the table over. Like, so when you were like, I have to be good at this thing, I'm like, oh, sugar, you're going to, this is,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
surprisingly, I think it's like who I play with makes me not have that energy. I feel like if it's like in an environment that's like is competitive and you have to win to like do something, then maybe I'd be like, ah! Like flipping tables and throwing everything. But if it's just like casual commander, if I'm with my friends, I'm like, wow, I went 0-4. Oh, okay. I'm like,
God
that's
bless
fun.
casual commander, boy. I'll tell you what, that's
Exactly.
where it's at. Where it's just like
It
that.
is.
Oh, you're having fun and take as many mulligans as you need. Who cares? We're having a good
Yep.
time. Get a good hand and let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you are of the same clan as I. Uh,
Yay.
that's a 2+3 bracket level. Just like, yeah, we're,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
then you got the other side of the coin. You got the crazies and the fives, and then you got the real wackadoos, the pain eaters and the bracket ones. They're like, oh, my cards face to the left, and it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
what are you even doing?
Yeah, you're like every art is someone in a chair. You're like, oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's like, does
Yeah.
that work? Not at all, but it sure
Nope.
is cool. It's like, Well, now we're not even playing Magic, guys. Like that almost seems like that would be an interesting problem in it itself. Like finding enough people to play a bracket one, and then
True.
playing against a bunch of other jank decks that don't
Yeah.
kind of don't work. But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's funny, haha. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
weird. So outside of Magic the Gathering, I think I know what you do for a living, but what is it you do?
I am a social media manager, so
Oh,
yeah.
that was not the job that I thought you were doing.
No, so I'm a business owner. I do social media for like dental offices and restaurants and any other sort of office or business.
Am I having a
That's what I
brain
do.
fart, or were you associated with mortuary science at one point? Like,
Oh, I want to go to school for mortuary science.
okay, there it is. I was like,
Yeah.
there was somewhere where I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
one of my first interactions, oh, well, yeah, the goth girl who wants to deal with dead bodies. God, that makes sense. But it was like, oh, no, I don't do that. I was like, where did I get that from? Or just
Yeah,
maybe
no,
you
I
just
went
had
to
that
school
vibe
for
where,
that. Yeah.
okay, all right. So, okay, I wasn't completely off
You
the
weren't
rip.
completely off. No, no. Yeah, the
So
goth girl that,
what's the plan there?
Um, for school?
Going to school. Yeah, going to school, living your dreams.
Yeah, living my dreams. I don't know. After high school, I very much was like, oh, school's not for me. Like, I don't want to do this. But I got into this job, which I love very much, and I don't want to give that up anytime soon. But AI is going to take over my job. The computers are going to take over.
Yeah.
Dang it, the world's crumbling. And so I thought, computers can't take away embalming.
Yeah,
Of now.
not yet. No,
Yeah, yeah.
you say that
As
10
of
years
now.
from now, where it's like, oh, actually, it's like, of course they could.
Yeah, right. But that's always been an interest of mine, and so I was like, oh well, I have the time to go back to school since I do run my own hours, and so yeah, that's the plan, is to go back to school.
Man, that's great. I mean, doing the social media thing, congratulations. It's always, I mean,
Thank you.
that's one of those jobs that everybody, when the posting goes up, everybody goes, I can do that.
Mhm.
And there doesn't really, because it's such a wavy voodoo dark magic, like how does the algorithm work and what
Yeah.
times to post? And it changes all the time. Nobody really knows what they're doing, but it's such a specific, like, no, but you have to have knowledge. It's such a weird position. So the fact you were able to pull that off, congrats.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So what's with the dog thing? Like, you made that your thing. You're like, I mean, dogs are awesome. I love dogs. You love dogs, obviously. You saw my dog, and that's how I tricked you into coming on the show, ironically.
Yep.
But tell us about your dogs.
Yeah, I just have always loved dogs growing up. I thought, it was a good niche that I could make my entire personality. Big dog fan. I've had everything from like Dobermans growing up to a little tiny Shih Tzu to now an Alaskan Malamute Husky.
Oof.
Yeah, big boy.
And noisy.
Yeah, very noisy, very dumb, big dog. So
very dumb.
very dumb, just a big guy. But yeah, it's always been one of my things that I liked, and so I kind of just ran with it with branding, as you always have to do.
Sure.
I thought, I love dogs so much. Why don't I just say that I am Pup and I am a dog? So boom.
And what a great, like, quick, like, my name's Pup. I was like, oh yeah, and everybody, I don't think any, like, people know who you are because of that. It's just like, oh, it's Pup. Pup.
Yeah, it's Pup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy.
How long have you been doing social media that you were like, was that the plan? All like, oh, I need a socially media acceptable name and like, this is my thing, and or did it just come along that way? Was it?
Yeah, it kind of just came along that way. Like I said before, I kind of just, especially also my age, just growing up, I've just grown up with social media. I've been around. And so I just kind of was like, all right, well, let's do this. I want to do magic. I think this would be fun. Let me put, things that I like and just kind of combine them. I'll be a dog and I will say that I'm Pup, and I'll just do it like that. And that kind of is how it came about.
Now, you can tell I'm all over the place. Like, I'll get one line of thought and I'll be like, oh yeah, and that other thing we were talking about. Now, your friend who is also, that you gave the shout out to, does she also do magic? Spangle.
Yes.
Does she also does magic content creation? And
She
still does it?
Yes.
Okay, because that's another one of those funny stories that you run into. Is like, oh, I have a friend who got me into this, but they just played as like a joke, or they don't do it anymore. It's like, oh, but I ran with it. Like, this is my whole identity now. So I didn't know if it was like, oh no, she's still playing as well. Spangle. Okay,
yeah, Spangle. She makes really cool. All of her decks are like customized. They're all a theme. So I don't know if you've ever seen Soul Eater or if you're a big anime fan, but she had like an entire Soul Eater deck that she made, and she customizes all of her deck box. So she's very into like the creative side of it. Like, I want all of my decks to have a theme, the sleeves have to look the same, all of that kind of stuff, of where I'm like, I'm gonna make funny videos and open packs. So we're very on different spectrums, but her stuff is so cool, and I cannot recommend her enough.
Now, is she making like proxies of these cards to make them fit in? Okay, I was gonna say, because I know there are AI people out there that are like, here, buy this deck of anime waifu things, and I was like,
yeah, no, she hand makes all of her stuff.
Oh wow, okay.
Steph, bartender friend, he even helped her for the Soul Eater one. She was like, I don't really know, like Death Kid, like he doesn't really go with any card that's already existing, and so they made a custom card, which I know a lot of people will, talk shit on, being like, oh, you can't play that in LGS. Literally all we do is play together, and so we're like, it's fine as long as it's a fun card to play against, and it's not something like she plays her commander and that's it, game over. Like, we really don't care. Same as I'm building an Outlast Trials deck. That's like one of my favorite video games ever.
Nice.
Yes, and so I really wanted Easterman to be like a commander, and so I kind of made him with like Eminence, and he's also a custom card. So as long as it's fun in the group, no one really cares. But I know obviously you post on social media, and people be like, "I know everything actually, and you can't play that card." It's like, okay,
Easterman is the voiceover that you hear every time you log
yes,
into. He's the one who's
he's
talking
on the
all the.
computer.
Oh, okay. Man,
Yeah,
what a
yeah, he's
game!
a little
God damn, I love
crazy
that.
guy.
I love
I love that
stealth.
game.
I love stealth stuff like that. I love sneaking
Mhm.
around, and I play. I know we're going on a way right hand talk, but hey, if you play Outlast is fantastic. Outlast Trials is
So good.
fantastic, and they keep updating and they keep adding stuff to it.
Mhm.
But man, I love running solo and just taking it low and slow and getting my S plus every time we walk out of that, or
There
A
you
plus,
go.
A plus
Yep.
ratings out of that. And I cannot do the ballerina one because she is impossible to like. You can't,
Lilia Bogolamov.
there,
She drives me nuts.
absolutely, because
Yeah.
every other one of the prime assets are stomping around the map. You can hear them
Yep.
coming from a mile away, and she is absolutely deadly silent, and she just grabs you, and it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
So
there's
yeah,
literally like so many clips of me that I'm getting chased by her and like 3 other Xbox because I'm like, I don't know where they keep coming from and I can't run away from her and they make her so fast.
yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But what a game! If you haven't played it, Outlast Trials, shout out Red Barrels, fantastic game.
Yes, go play it.
So back on target, MagicCon Vegas. How
Yes.
did you do?
I loved MagicCon Vegas. I didn't sign up for any ticketed events. I'm not very much an event person. I got a little nervous. I got a little nervy scurvy. I went to my first pre-release. I guess we're going back off topic, but I went to my first pre-release for Strixhaven, and that was like my first time ever doing an event like that. And I was like, okay, well, I did it. So now I'm done, and I'm gonna go buy cardboard.
Yes.
Checked it off. I really just came in with the mindset of here's the list of cards I want to buy. You know, I want to see my other content creator friends, meet a bunch of the people that follow me and support me, and it was so much fun. I had a blast. I gave away all of my carnival barkers, so thanks to everyone that came up to me and wanted a card. I need to make more cards for MagicCon Atlanta now, so now I know that. But I had a blast. What about you?
Oh, it was fantastic. I made the mistake my first. So I went Vegas last year was my first event, and that was right when I was getting into it. Because I jumped in with both feet because a buddy of mine, and we went out together, and it was all ticketed events. And it locked me down in a way that I didn't like. Where it was like, oh, I'm here for 6 hours now. And it's like, but I want to go check this thing, and oh, shiny thing over there. And it's like, and especially once you start interacting with other people and creators and like, hey, we're gonna go get lunch. I'm like, I can't. I got a thing at 2. So it's like, so it just turns into I go there and then go with the flow as far as what's going on. And it's so much nicer. It's a lot less stressful. You kind of just show up when you get there in the mornings and then just show up and do whatever and find out what the crowds are doing and then go with them. And it's
I think that's how you should do it. I know I saw all the videos of like the really chaotic lines, and I was like, I'm here at 11, and now there's no more line. And
yes,
I still get to see everything that everyone else got to see.
Yeah, you get to sleep in. You don't have to like it's like get up at 6 in the morning, shower, and then like standing in a line for 4 hours to just get it's like I'll pay the scalper prices so I don't have to do that. Give me the shirt, give me the whatever tchotchke that you bought that you could resell on eBay. Yeah, but that's a whole different convention at that point. Yeah, that legitimately like that's good Lord. Yeah, I just
even with the events, I had a couple buddies who were like, oh yeah, we did like this chaos draft, but we were there for like 5 hours. And I was like, what's up?
Yeah,
like,
no.
What do you mean you were there for 5 hours? I was like, that sounds crazy. I would be so upset. I would want to go buy cards.
Yeah, no kidding. There's just so much. I know it sounds weird to say there's so much to do because I'm used to normal convention. Like I'm in the game space and normal gaming conventions like PAX or E3 or like a lot more to do. Like there's dozens and dozens of booths. Whereas in Magic, it's like, hey, do you want to buy some sleeves or a playmat? And here's another booth about buying sleeves and a playmat. And yet still, I felt like there wasn't enough time to do everything. Like I just wanted to. 100%. It was the weirdest thing. It's like there wasn't a lot to do, but I was still just like running around like, oh God, we only have 4 days. We got to go. Yeah. And so so the idea of being locked down for 8 hours somewhere, like, yep, I'm just going to get a couple tickets and I could trade them in for some booster packs. And it's like,
Exactly. It's like, you have an LGS at home, go play there. Like, that's the time. If you're going to travel and pay for your hotel, I feel like if you want the full experience, in my personal opinion, I think, maybe join one event if you're really about that. But for the most part, I think you should just walk around, see everything that you want to see. Because there was even the cat lair, and there was to go see the little kitties.
That line was insane. Did you try to get in there? Yeah, that was as bad as the the merch line.
There, like I heard that you had to go there in the morning to make an appointment to then come back at that like scheduled time to go in to meet the kitties. So I just saw them from outside the glass and I said, "This is enough for me." Home.
Oh, you have a cat too?
Yes, I do. His name's Jasper. He's currently probably destroying the apartment.
Is Jasper destroying the apartment? That's his love language?
Angel. No, he's a perfect little angel. He's so lazy. He just sleeps all the time.
That's nothing wrong with having a living little teddy bear that just kind of grab.
He's perfect.
What kind of cat?
I don't really know. It's kind of just a mixed cat. Yeah. He's a cat.
A cat.
Some colored fur, black, gray, little stripes, little cat.
And how many dogs do you have actually? Now that we're talking about pets,
we have Arlo, which is the Alaskan Malamute husky.
Okay, I didn't know if you were one of those like, yeah, we got 7 dogs. We're living on a farm, and it's like, no,
not in my 2-bedroom apartment. I wish.
That's
the goal. I would love to have like 4 acres and like 90 dogs. as like a rescue, but I also don't think I could take like them passing away. And I'm like, what do you mean like 4 of them could pass away in like a span of like 2 weeks? I can't do that emotionally.
Yeah, but you wouldn't
So
be as emotionally invested with 90 dogs.
I
Like if you
think I
had,
would. I think I would. I was like, oh, this is Bill, and this is Frank, and this is Steve, and this is OK Corral, and this is Doc Holliday, and I would be too obsessed. I can't. I love them too much.
is that the I have $10 million and that's the goal to open up a
I think so. It
animal
would be
rescue?
like a animal rescue, yeah.
All right. Well, let's
Yeah.
go talk some magic stuff.
We should, yeah.
What's all right? So Strixhaven just came out. What are you thinking?
Mhm.
What do you like?
I'm gonna be honest. I really kind of sat back with Strixhaven, and I was like, I don't really know what's happening. I wasn't like really tuned in. I went to pre-release. I said, these are some cool cards. I played Witherbloom because I'm a big mono black fan. Stinky mono black fan.
No.
Guys, you wouldn't have guessed it. But I did I did 0-3. Um terrible day. But I thought it was a good set. I really liked all the art. I loved the Japanese Silver Scroll foils. That vampiric tutor looked mwah. But yeah, like mechanics wise, I was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, if you guys want to go play it, go play it. I like my decks that I already have made. I'm like, I know how to pilot this deck, and I'm gonna stick with this one for the next 6 months.
Is that generally what you do? You have like a here. This is my how many decks do you do that with? And this is Commander
In
only.
rotation. Yeah, currently in rotation, I have 3 decks that I play a lot of the time, and then I have a good amount sitting in the cubby that doesn't see the light of day sometimes.
So they're not all Golgari, are they? Or
No.
mono black?
No, surprisingly I only have 2 mono blacks decks in paper. The rest is on like tabletop or like, you know, any of those type of digital formats. But I have Glarb, which is I'm a big fan of that boy. I've been playing him a lot.
Is that the new one? The big squishy from Strixhaven? Or no, what's the
Glarb Calamity's Anger?
Sounds familiar.
I don't know what set he was from. But he has Death Touch, and you can look at the top card of your library at any time, and then you can cast lands and spells from the top of your library. As long as they cost 4 mana or more.
Interesting.
Snazzy. I love it. I love a good Death Touch card.
Sure.
I'm a Death Touch fan.
I agree 1,000%. Yeah. I literally had it. That thing just saves your life so much. Where you get the 2020 trample looking across the board at you, like, man, you can send it.
Yeah, exactly. I love being like, oh, I would like to remind you that before you do something like that this has Death Touch and this has Death Touch and this has Death Touch, and they're like, I think I'm gonna pass my turn.
Yeah, it's like, all right, so who else is who else? What do you got over there? And what do you got over there? It's like, that's right.
He's a flyer. He can't block. You go that way. And then my other deck that I've been playing a lot is God Eternal Oketra, which is a mono white deck.
Ooh,
big fan of that guy. Yeah.
And
whenever he dies, you put him at the 3rd spot of your library, so he doesn't. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
You've other stuff, but I don't remember.
Have you ever had somebody make you shuffle your deck after you put him back into? Like, do you do that?
Ooh, I actually haven't had that ever happen.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I was like, that seems like something that there aren't a lot of cards that do that. But if you're going up against somebody who forces you to like, oh, and here
right,
I'm gonna make you do this or like and shuffle your deck or something like that. I'd be like, so do you always put, when your commander dies, do you put it 3rd from the top so you can save on taxes, or do you put it back to the command zone?
It honestly depends. I've had a couple of matches where I put it 3rd in the top, and then I've had a couple of where I'm playing against stinky mono blue players where I go, I don't trust whatever's in your hand, and I'm gonna put it back in the command zone, and I'll just pay the tax, and hopefully you don't counterspell it the next time it comes out. Fingers crossed.
Got it. Now, one of the things you had said, and I asked if there was anything you didn't want to talk about, and you had said that, well, don't ask me any hard like strategy, deck building questions because I don't build my own like decks. So,
it's true.
And I said, well, that seems like something I got to delve into now. So, what's that about?
I just don't enjoy building decks. I've built maybe like 3 or 4 of my decks. I've never enjoyed it. I personally just love the game. I want to play the game. I don't want to build the deck. So I have a awesome mod named Dante, and he builds all my decks. I'll be like, dude, look at this sick commander. I'm just going to slide this your way. And he'll be like, all right, I'll get you something in the next hour. And I'm like, yes. I don't know what it is. I just am not a big fan of deck building. Especially, I have a couple decks of where I really like to customize and maybe even proxy it. I have a bracket 4 dog deck with Rin and Seri. That every card is a dog. So like every land, every artifact, every, sorcerer, instant spell, it's a dog. And it's
bracket 4.
It's bracket 4. It has Gaia's Cradle.
Okay, but still, I mean, that's like, I'm surprised you're able to find enough nastiness in bracket. Like we were just talking about, like, oh yeah, it's a bracket 1, like Teehee, it's a theme deck. And it's like, oh no, actually, I could melt your face with this thing.
Well, for me, every land and everything, I personally photoshopped it. And so it's like a normal card, but I photoshopped a dog.
Oh, okay. So
so I have deflecting SWAT, but it's a dog smacking another dog in the face. Like jumping in the air with this paw up. And so sometimes I really just like the personalization of decks that way, where I'd much prefer spending like 6-7 hours in Adobe Photoshop making cards, than building a deck for 6 to 7 hours.
Did you just 6-7 me there?
I did.
I said,
Like,
isn't that weird how that happens?
It is.
It's like you just find yourself doing this. It's like, why am I doing? What? Oh shit! I did the thing.
Yeah, but like, right now I think the commander is Third Mayor of Destiny. Hopefully, I'm saying.
Oh, is that from Thunder Junction?
I would say sure.
I was gonna say, like, I think I know that one. Yeah.
But I made a Fluttershy, so I made it foil. This is one of the Ogres, but he is Discord from My Little Pony, and he flips into his like Discord's realm, which is just a land. So I'm just a big fan of making themed stuff as well.
Well, you don't screw around with your proxies too. Those are some pretty ass proxies.
Thank you. Yeah, this is my Pinkie Pie, who is Mondrak, and yeah, I have like a little confetti foil for it. Big fan of this girl. But yeah, thank you. I really like making proxies. I think it's very fun.
I agree. I'm a big fan. It's one of those when people are like, I can't afford to make this deck, and I'm like, then you're doing it wrong, man. Because I was gonna say, I'm like, I've spent enough on this hobby that I feel justified. I will show you the receipts, and you don't think I put my money into this thing that I can't, there's a $12 card and I don't feel like making one. It's like, yeah. So I totally
I've gotten those comments of where it's like, I had my Shieldred the Apocalypse for a while was Cthulhu, because I'm a big horror fan, if anyone doesn't know me, huge horror fan. And I posted like one video. It wasn't even showing the card, and like maybe 30% of the comments was just like, can't afford Shieldred the Apocalypse. I'm like, I have 2 sitting in my office. It's like, Shieldred the Apocalypse is not Cthulhu. I'm like, I wanted Cthulhu. But yeah, I can show you the receipts too. We can show the receipts.
Yeah, there's always going to be the purists out there, the crazies that are taking their $5,000 deck with them, and it's like, I've heard too many horror stories about losing decks, damaging decks, and things like that. And it's just like, nah, we're not doing that. I've got my nice little collection over here on my desk, and I never have to think about it again. And but yeah, no, and there's something to be said. I don't know, just recently between this and I started 3D printing recently, where it's just like this, where it's like I'm building all this random. I don't know. I guess I didn't know I need new hobbies, but I'm just like between proxying cards and like building out 3D stuff. It's just like there aren't enough hours in the day now, but I love it. It's such a cool thing to do. I just love doing it.
And now you can 3D print deck boxes to match your deck.
That's what I'm working on it.
There you go.
So, but there's nothing funnier as a fellow proxyer than when you put your card down and somebody looks down and goes, "Oh, that's really pretty," and you're like,
oh, it's such a good.
Is it real or is it? Yeah, it's like, oh, that's great. And then they don't realize it is a fake card. It's like, I'm not trying to make it so you don't know that it's a thing, but also I'm not trying to counterfeit. I'm just trying to make it look.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you think so. I will let you know this is a proxy, however.
Yes, it's kind of like.
Yeah. Speaking of people losing decks or stuff, I heard so many horror stories at MagicCon Vegas. A dude got his binder stolen with all of his trade cards.
I saw that.
I saw someone else. I think was visiting like an LGS. And I don't know what the commander was, but it was like $100 card. And he like turned away to talk to someone and looked back. The card was gone, and the person that he was playing with was gone. Insane.
That's a move.
I heard that, and over the weekend at MagicCon Vegas, this was my big splurge. I bought Edgar Markov.
Ooh, all right.
This is my
serialized.
Yeah, serialized. Yeah, 267. That's my boy.
1 of 500.
So, literally after hearing that, I was like, I will play Edgar Markov at my home with my friends or at my other friend's place. I'm not taking it anywhere else.
Absolutely not.
I have a proxied version of him. If I want to go play it at the LGS, I'll just bring that one and be like, I have the real card. Peace and love. Don't trust you guys. Peace and love. I'm not bringing that.
Not with that. Are you kidding me? How much is that? I mean, it's a serialized card. How much is that? I mean, if you don't feel like saying, but I can only imagine. I mean, serialized cards are.
Yeah, it was 27.
Okay. I mean, I get it. I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, when you say the word serialized on anything, it's just like, well, that's going to 10x whatever the hell. Edgar is not a cheap card anyway. This isn't like this is not like oh, okay, this is cute. And come to think of it, serialized cards are really only chase cards, right? Like they don't serialize every card out there.
Yeah, I don't think so. I really want to say it's just like the very fancy, like for this one, it was all the movie ones. So I want to say they serialized those ones. And then I think it just depends on the set. I know Strixhaven, there was one card, I think it was like a blue card that got serialized.
From Strixhaven? The Emeritus of Ideation, which is the Ancestral Recall one.
Yes. So I think they just like choose one from maybe a set and serialize it. Whatever the cool chase card, very fancy, maybe already high priced without that print. I think that's how they gauge it. I don't know though. I know nothing. I know nothing about nobody.
We're both a year in. We're gonna figure this out together. Exactly. It's like, what do you think this is? I think this is what I think it is. Like that.
We can just make our own theory.
That's it. We'll get yelled at in the comments by the smart people. Like, I've been playing for 15 years, and you're like, okay, well, good for you. But
Yeah, it's like, okay, well,
okay.
I think it's this.
Yeah, it's like, no, that's wrong.
Exactly.
Especially as somebody, so I do a lot of rules and I do a lot of lore, like one-offs. As like, what the hell is this? Like, I'm gonna do one for um oh boy, I just forgot the Elish Norn is a
Phyrexian?
yes, the Phyrexians, the idea of completed EATE
Yeah,
did.
being
And I'm like,
perfect.
all right, what is that? So I want to like
Yeah.
look into that because I don't know what it is. So I'm like, why don't you explain to me what this whole thing? I know about the Phyrexians, but it's also like, what's the goal? What's the plan? Just because I don't know it and I want to learn more
Yeah.
about it. And I'll put something out there. And of course the comments are like, well, actually, all right, well, fuck me then. I guess, sorry.
It's like, sorry, I tried to learn your hobby.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this
Sometimes I
out.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 30 years of lore here that I'm trying to parse through.
That's
I don't know
true.
what you want from me here.
Yeah, like for me, the only two sets that I know, I wouldn't even say I know a lot of it. I'm sure there's, a ton of people that know more in the lore than me, is Duskmourn and Phyrexia, just because I think they're really cool for.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I know just Phyrexia is supposed to be like, oh, they're trying to be perfect, like the most perfect thing ever. They're scraping scraps to be better.
Which is cool. I love, yeah, you're right about the Duskmourn, because when I found out about that plane, it was like, oh, that's really cool. Like that.
Yeah, it's like all 80s horror. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Well, I mean, not even like even the lore behind it, where the plane is this giant haunted mansion, and it's like, who came up with like what a great idea? Because I mean, it's so easy to be like, and now there's this. Oh, it's this universe and that universe. Like, no, it's just a big house. It's like.
It's almost like what's her name? Mary Winchester? Whatever the Winchester house is, she built like
I've heard of that.
Yeah, like hundreds and hundreds of rooms. Her husband died and she said that the ghosts were telling him that she needed to keep building the house. And so she just had construction going on like 24/7 for I don't know, I think maybe a decade before she passed. But yeah, there's like stairs that lead to nowhere. There's a door on the second floor that if you open it, like nothing's there. You can just like fall out the house. And it kind of reminded me of that for Duskmourn. So maybe they took inspo from that. I don't know.
That's funny. No, that's funny you were talking about deck building, because I was going to build a deck for a friend of mine. It was based on Alice in Wonderland. Or was it Alice? But it was going to be like themed around Duskmourn and the doors and all the door concepts of that, because it was all about opening doors. And it was like, so awesome. Yeah, it was like, I that was also a huge pain in the ass. It was like, oh, this is going to be a problem. Like trying to, as you said with your dog thing, like trying to find the cards that fit the theme, but still make it a viable deck. Like, because there's two different ways. Like, is this just a haha funny, or can I actually win with this deck? And that was like, no, I want this to be a viable deck, and that's tricky.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are you working on right now, content wise? You're coming back from Vegas. What's the plan next? You're going to Atlanta, it sounds like.
I am going to Atlanta. I'm editing currently my MagicCon Vegas vlog. So I vlogged all 3 days, did a haul at the end of each day because I spent too much. Spent too much, but got to show off a lot of cool cards that I got over the weekend. So currently working on banging that out. Hopefully it's out by this upcoming Friday, the next Friday. Going back to Twitch streams. I took a break for maybe like a month and a half. I was a little burnt out. I was like, ugh, playing games like twice a week. I'm like, oh no. So I'm missing it, which is good. So hopefully I'm gonna get back into Twitch streams, get back into YouTube streams, and just continue with my pack openings on Instagram or the funny like skit videos that I do as well on there.
Right on. And where can people find you? Actually, that's a good question about the Twitch stream too, because I also Twitch stream, but it's just P4wPupp3r over there.
Yep, P4wPupp3r spelt weird. P4wPupp3r. Literally everywhere.
Nice show. Again, social media manager. You got it. It's one of those like, hey, it's one of all what is it? I can't think of the word where it's like when you standardize your name across all platforms. It's like, oh, it's a nice feeling. It's supposed to like, oh, but see on TikTok it has an underscore in the
yeah. Luckily, I mean, it's with the weird digits. I think that's what made me be able to have that username everywhere. I think even YouTube has it, but like the display name is Pup Plays Magic, so you can find me there if you search that up as well. But yeah, everything is across the board. P4wPupp3r spelt weird, which helps.
All right, Pup. Well, thanks for your time today. Certainly appreciate it. It's good talking to you. And yeah,
thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely. We'll see you on the internet.
Yes.
And as I've been telling everybody, have a great night of cards.
Yes. Bye, guys.